Kashmir, land of ethereal beauty where nature's splendor knows no bounds. Towering mountains pierce the sky, their peaks touching the heavens, standing as silent sentinels over the land. Crystal-clear lakes reflect the azure heavens, mirroring the vast expanse above, creating a serene and tranquil scene. Yet, beneath the surface, darkness lurks, hidden in the shadows, waiting to reveal its secrets. Ancient secrets whisper in the wind, carried through the ages, echoing the tales of old. A young traveler, Akash, ventured into the valley, his heart filled with curiosity and a thirst for adventure. Drawn by its allure, he sought adventure. He craved the unknown, eager to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden. Little did he know, the unknown craved him too, its tendrils reaching out, ready to ensnare him. The air grew heavy with mist as Akash reached a remote village, its outlines blurred and ghostly. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the rustling of leaves, a sound that seemed to whisper warnings. The villagers' eyes followed him, filled with a mixture of fear and warning, their expressions a silent plea for caution. Undeterred, Akash continued his journey, drawn deeper into the valley's embrace, his steps guided by an unseen force. He was oblivious to the shadows that stretched out to meet him, their presence growing ever more ominous. The stage was set for a terrifying encounter, one that would test his courage and resolve. Akash stumbled upon an ancient, dilapidated mansion. Its wooden beams groaned under the weight of time. Intrigued, he approached, drawn by a strange compulsion. He knocked on the weathered door. To his surprise, it creaked open as if inviting him in. The air inside was thick with the scent of decay and a lingering sense of dread. As darkness enveloped him, Akash heard a soft whisper. It seemed to come from the shadows, beckoning him further into the mansion's depths. Hesitantly, Akash stepped inside, his heart pounding in his chest. The door slammed shut behind him with a resounding boom. He was trapped. Akash found himself in a grand hall, now faded and covered in dust. The once magnificent room, with its high ceilings and ornate decorations, now lay in a state of neglect and decay. Cobwebs hung from every corner, and portraits of stern-faced strangers lined the walls. Each painting seemed to tell a story of its own, a story long forgotten by time. Their eyes seemed to follow his every move, watching him with an intensity that made his skin crawl. It was as if the very walls were alive, whispering secrets of the past. He heard the whisper again, this time closer, sending chills down his spine. The voice was faint, almost indistinguishable, but it carried a weight of sorrow and anger. It spoke of a tragic love story, of betrayal, and a vengeful spirit that roamed the halls. The tale was one of heartbreak and revenge, a story that had left its mark on the very fabric of the mansion. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind extinguished his lantern, plunging him into darkness. The sudden loss of light heightened his senses, making every sound and shadow more pronounced. Panic surged through him as he fumbled for his flashlight. His hands trembled and his breath quickened as he struggled to find the switch in the pitch-black room. As the light flickered back to life, Akash saw a shadowy figure at the end of the hall. The figure stood still, shrouded in darkness, its presence both menacing and sorrowful. It vanished as quickly as it had appeared, leaving behind an icy silence. The air grew still, and Akash was left alone, surrounded by the echoes of the past and the weight of the mansion's tragic history. Determined to uncover the truth, Akash explored further. He discovered a hidden door that led to a once beautiful garden, now overgrown and wild. The air was thick with the scent of jasmine, but a sinister undertone lingered beneath the sweetness. Thorns tore at his clothes as if trying to hold him back. He heard a mournful cry echoing through the garden. It seemed to be coming from a secluded gazebo at its center. As Akash approached the gazebo, the cries grew louder, filled with an unbearable sadness. He felt a cold hand grip his wrist, its touch sending shivers down his spine. Section 5. The Night of Terrors. Night fell, shrouding the mansion in an impenetrable darkness. Akash was trapped, hunted by unseen forces. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of leaves outside his window sent his heart racing. He tried to sleep, but the whispers continued, tormenting him with fragmented stories of the mansion's tragic past. He saw fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures, their eyes glowing with an eerie light. A blood-curdling scream echoed through the mansion, jolting Akash awake. He scrambled for his flashlight, his hand trembling. He knew then that he was not alone. Something evil was present in the mansion, toying with him, driving him towards madness. Section 6. The Truth Unveiled. Days turned into nights as Akash delved deeper into the mansion's secrets, each corner whispering tales of the past. He discovered old journals, their pages filled with tales of forbidden love, jealousy, and revenge, each entry more haunting than the last. The whispers grew stronger, guiding him, revealing the truth hidden for decades. He learned of a beautiful woman named Noor and her lover, a young artist named Amir, whose love story was both enchanting and tragic. Their love was forbidden, their families sworn enemies, creating a barrier that seemed insurmountable. One fateful night, Noor was found murdered in the garden, her heart pierced by a dagger, a scene that would haunt the mansion forever. Amir was accused and hanged for her murder, his cries of innocence echoing through the halls. But the truth was far more sinister, hidden in the shadows of the mansion. Noor's own brother, driven by envy and rage, had taken her life, his jealousy consuming him. Amir was innocent, his love for Noor unwavering even in death. Their spirits forever intertwined in the afterlife, a love that transcended even the grave. Section 7. Facing the Unknown. Akash realized that Noor's vengeful spirit haunted the mansion, seeking justice for her untimely demise. The whispers, the shadows, the chilling cries, it was all her doing. He knew he had to help her find peace, but how could he face a spirit consumed by centuries of pain and anger? As he stood in the haunted garden, he felt a presence beside him. It was Noor, her spectral form shimmering in the moonlight. Her eyes, once filled with love, now burned with a cold fire. Fear threatened to consume him, but Akash stood his ground. He knew that Noor's spirit deserved to be free from the shackles of her past. Section 8. Trapped in Terror. Noor's rage intensified, swirling around Akash like a raging storm. The garden walls seemed to close in, trapping him in her torment. He pleaded with her to find peace, to let go of her anger, but his words were lost in the whirlwind of her despair. Suddenly, Akash felt a searing pain in his chest, as if an invisible force was trying to tear him apart. He stumbled back, clutching at his heart. He realized with horror that Noor's vengeance was not directed at him, but at the one who had wronged her, her own brother, whose spirit was bound to the mansion. Section 9. The Final Revelation. As the storm reached its peak, Akash saw another figure emerge from the shadows. It was Noor's brother, his face contorted in fear and regret. The air crackled with energy as the two spirits collided, their centuries-old feud culminating in a final, terrifying confrontation. Akash watched in terror as Noor's brother screamed in agony, his form dissolving into dust before his very eyes. The mansion trembled, its foundations shaken to the core. With a final, heart-wrenching cry, Noor's spirit faded away, her vengeance complete. The storm subsided, leaving behind an eerie silence. Akash was left alone, forever marked by the horrors he had witnessed.